Who was Cain's wife? Have you ever pondered over this intriguing question? The Bible, a rich tapestry of stories and lessons, remains silent on the specific identity of Cain's wife, leaving us with an age-old mystery that has stirred the curiosity of scholars and readers alike. A theory proposed by some scholars suggests that Cain's wife could have been one of his sisters. This idea stems from the fact that Adam and Eve, the parents of Cain, had other children. In Genesis 5 verse 4 we find that after Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Furthermore, Genesis 4 verse 17 states Cain made love to his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. These passages suggest the possibility of Cain marrying one of his siblings, a practice not uncommon in the early days of humanity according to biblical narratives. Let's delve into some scriptures that may shed light on this question. This video was made possible by Michael Hopkins, founder of Jehovah's House of Saints Homeless Mission. For more inspiring stories and messages, visit us at jehovahsaint.com. Scene script. Genesis 5:4 paints an interesting picture. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Now that's quite the family tree. This verse suggests that the first human couple, Adam and Eve, had a large number of offspring. And it wasn't just the trio of Cain, Abel, and Seth. There were other sons and other daughters, a detail that opens the door to speculation and interpretation. Let's turn our attention to Genesis 4:17. Here we learn that Cain made love to his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. This prompts us to question, who was Cain's wife? If we consider the previous verse, it's plausible that Cain's wife was one of his sisters. Yes, it might sound outlandish to our modern sensibilities, but remember, we're exploring the early days of humanity according to biblical narratives. This interpretation aligns with the practice prevalent in ancient societies, where marriage between close relatives was common. Such marriages ensured the continuation of family lines and maintained societal structure. So, when we piece these verses together, it's not too far-fetched to consider that Cain's wife could have been one of his sisters. The Bible doesn't explicitly confirm this, but the scriptures do allow for this possibility. Yet, it's worth bearing in mind that these scriptures have been interpreted in many ways throughout the centuries. They've been dissected, discussed, and debated by countless scholars, theologians, and believers. And not all of them agree on the identity of Cain's wife. So, while it's a possibility that Cain's wife was one of his sisters, it's not a definitive conclusion. It's worth noting that interpretations of these passages can differ among various Christian denominations and scholars. This is an aspect of biblical study that makes it both fascinating and challenging. It invites us to delve deeper, encouraging us to question, reflect, and seek understanding. That's the beauty of exploring the scriptures. They speak to us in myriad ways, offering insights and sparking curiosity about the mysteries of our human origins. The question of Cain's wife's identity continues to provoke fascinating discussions among Bible scholars. As we've explored, the Bible doesn't explicitly name Cain's wife. Yet some clues may lie within the sacred text. The book of Genesis tells us that after Seth's birth, Adam and Eve lived on for 800 more years, during which they had other sons and daughters. In another passage, we learn that Cain became a father when his wife bore him a son, Enoch. These verses have led some to hypothesize that Cain's wife could have been one of his sisters, given that early biblical times saw marriage among close kin. However, interpretations of these passages are not uniform. They vary among Christian denominations and scholars, each bringing their unique perspective to the table. This mystery, like many others in the Bible, invites us to keep exploring and questioning. As we wrap up our discussion, remember that every question we ask deepens our understanding of the scriptures. Our journey into the enigma of Cain's wife has taken us through complex biblical passages, sparking intriguing debates. While the Bible does not explicitly reveal the identity of Cain's wife, it does hint at the possibility of her being one of Cain's sisters. This speculation is based on the scriptures stating that Adam and Eve had other children besides Cain, Abel, and Seth. We encourage you to continue exploring these questions, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for the scriptures. This quest for knowledge is what keeps the spirit of biblical scholarship alive. Our appreciation goes to Michael Hopkins, the founder of Jehovah's House of Saints Homeless Mission, whose support made this thoughtful exploration possible. For more inspiring stories and messages, visit us at jehovahsaint.com. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and until next time, stay blessed.